So apparently Too Good To Go now do delivery boxes. So I thought it would be fun to do one of my how long can I live on videos with a £20 magic box. Now they do quite a few different boxes from the looks of things. Ones where you can request specific products. I think I get 16 items in here. Let's open it up, find out. Is this gonna be food I can live on? I don't know. Immediately looking into this, not what I thought I would be getting. Probably not things I can sustain myself living on. We got Tony's Chocolonely bar. Tony's Chocolonely little bites. A Love Cocoa strawberry chocolate thing. A sugar-free lemon flavour wafer. 2 of those. Another dark almond Tony's Chocolonely. Okay, well here we go. I've got some mushroom rice, vegetable stock, and a lasagna all-rounder. Okay, so we could do this. What we maybe might have to do is get a few supplementary ingredients. Herb dip seasoning, protein bar, grenade. That's actually pretty good, quite happy with that. And then we got a load of drinks. So there is a candy can rocket ice lolly flavor. That sounds vile. Can of Prime, another can of Prime, a J2O, love it, and another grenade Oreo bar. So this is all that we got. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be sustainable. I think we are gonna have to supplement it. And is all of this worth 20 quid? I don't think so. I don't think so. And also it said £40 half price. So £19.99 altogether. I don't think all of this is worth 40 quid. I think it's barely worth 15, to be honest with you. I'm not overly happy. Wasn't expecting this when I thought I'd make this video. So change of plan. I'm not gonna see how long I can survive on all of this food because it's not a sustainable amount of food, to be honest. What I am gonna do, however, is see just how many different dishes we can make out of all of this food. With that in mind, first up, we are using a tin of Prime and some gelatin. So to do that, I'm gonna start by probably only about half of the packet of gelatin. We're gonna put half the pack of gelatin into some hot water. That whole pack does set a pint. One of these tins is just shy of half a pint or so. So we'll open our blue raspberry Prime, which I've not had this before. I'm not a huge fan. Oh, it's not blue. That's actually a bit of a shame. So we're gonna have a nice sort of clear jelly. We do have a bit of foam on top here. I'm gonna skim all of this foam off the top. We're gonna put it in the fridge for a couple of hours. And when I come back to it, we are not done. We've got some other bits to do to it. While we're waiting for that to set, there is a second dish we can make. This herb dip seasoning that I got. Add about 2 tablespoons of seasoning to a load of yogurt. I thought I'd not use the cheap yogurt. We buy a bit of a nice yogurt. It is Christmas after all. So for this, we are pretty much doing exactly what it says on the tin and popping a load of yogurt. And then we've got this seasoning, which smells all right actually, smells all right. I reckon it's about 2 tablespoons with 250 grams. Obviously we're not using that much, but we'll do a generous amount regardless. Give that a nice little mixy mix. Nice. So we got our little dip and our carrot sticks now. Let's go for it. Literally just yogurt and mixed herbs, really. It's all right. Apparently it is basil, parsley, dill, chives, oregano, grated garlic, grated onion, and sea salt. It's all things that I keep in the house anyway, so, you know, it just saves mixing them yourself, I suppose. It's nothing to ride home about. It would be nice, maybe with some warm pitta, or a little flatbread with a bit of falafel, something like that. Who's the company? They're called Just Spices. Not heard of them before. Let me know if you've heard of them before in the comments below. I'm most excited to try this lasagna seasoning out. Now we just need to wait for our blue Prime jelly to set. Now obviously I wouldn't normally be using Prime for things like my jelly, but you know, we've gotta work with what we get. But Prime, never tried it before. It's not my energy drink of choice. Now my energy drink of choice is an alternative to energy drinks. Which leads me into talking about this week's sponsor, Holy. Do you see what I did there? That was a nice little segue, right? I've been drinking Holy for a couple of months now, and I tell you now, don't think I'll ever go back. Holy is a cheaper alternative to soft drinks and energy drinks, and it's much healthier as well. And just in time for the Christmas period, they have got a whole host of brand new Christmas flavors. I mainly work from home and I often need something to keep me hydrated and keep me going throughout the days, and honestly that's where Holy comes in. I've never been a huge fan of energy drinks, but this really changes my mind on them entirely. The only real energy drinks and things I would have is occasionally something before a workout, which I do quite a lot as well. I spent so much money on hydration drinks, on energy drinks before a workout. Again, even just working from home a lot, trying to keep myself hydrated, kind of keep myself energized throughout the day. This comes in at just under 80p per serving. So you're really getting a lot of bang for your buck here. It has no sugar, no artificial flavors or colors, and is under 20 calories per serving. This vibrant blue is Frosty Fox. Fruity, a little bit frosty. The baked apple ball tastes like a nice mulled cider. And by far my favorite, the plum and cinnamon. Just tastes like a Christmas hug. There are a couple of Christmas deals as well, using the 2 codes Sam Wilder to get 10% off your order, or using Sam Wilder 5 to get £5 off your very first order. If you order the starter set with Holy, you're not just gonna get the starter set and use my £5 off code, but you will also get a free thermo shaker. So you can enjoy your Holy hot or cold for the winter season. There's also a bundle at the minute where you can get a large tub of Frosty Fox, baked apple boar, and the Holy Christmas with shakers for just $99.99. And you can use my codes on top of that, so, you know, brings it down even more. Honestly, I wouldn't be endorsing it if I didn't use it, and I'm using it every single day. Check out the winter flavors today. You will not regret it. I'm willing to bet that quite a few of you watching just now are probably screaming at the screen telling me that didn't really do the jelly correctly, didn't heat my gelatin enough, didn't allow it to do what it needed to do to help it set. If that was you, you were right. A, I did it in the wrong pan. I need to cut it into squares for what I want to do. But it's just really like not set very well. It's probably because I used cold liquid. Here's what we're gonna do, because you can reset jelly, whatever you want to call it. Reheat it in a little pan. I'm gonna bring it back down to a liquid. I'm gonna add a little bit more gelatin to it as well. We're gonna then pour it into a flat pan with some baking paper lined in it, and we're gonna let it set and try again, because I have a really good idea as what I want to do these, and I am determined to make it right. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Why not? As no one's judging you here. For my next plan and my lunch, I'm gonna need a good old friend, the NutriBullet. We're gonna make something quite simple. I have my protein shakes, meal replacement shakes, pretty much every day for lunch. We got some protein bars there. I figure, why not just like make them together? While I'm blitzing up my meal replacement shake, maybe we put one of the protein bars in it. Maybe I'll do that again tomorrow. We'll test it with one, and if that goes well, then yeah, I'll have another one tomorrow. I normally do it in this thing. I'm just gonna add my 400 mils of water and then just 4 scoops of this strawberry milkshake flavor. I've never had one of these grenade bars before, not in my life. Let's have a little bite first. Interesting. I don't feel that taste of Oreo, but luckily it doesn't taste too proteiny. It's just a very strong taste of sort of white chocolate. Break it up into smaller pieces in here. Didn't really know what else to do with these, but I kind of want to use everything in a different recipe if I can. Let's hope this works. Sounds like it's working. Well, it's got bits in it. Let's try this, shall we? It's just made a little bit of a foam. And it's quite tasty too. And then I feel there's only one thing for it. Put some of these bad boys on the top. I mean, they sink, but it's kind of like a topper at like Shakeaway or somewhere, isn't it? But I guess for me, the real question is here, does this taste better than if I just had the strawberry one? The answer, yeah. It's made it a little bit sweeter, but I quite like it. And then those things are a good like topper for when you go to one of those milkshake places. Like I normally get something like minstrels or something on the top if I ever go to one, Blendini, Shakeaway, you know the kinds. Even though it doesn't look appealing, the weird thing the nougat has done on the top, or the protein or whatever it is, I weirdly think that's quite nice. Something else we did do with the Prime, I used the pink one, which also unfortunately is clear, and we're making popsicles of it. Why not? Popsicles in December. It's good, why not? I'm here for it. I'm quite happy I got a lasagna seasoning in this because quite frankly, any excuse to have a lasagna I will make lasagna. And I'm someone, I love to make my lasagna completely and utterly from scratch, white sauce and all. I don't do any of this dolmio sauces and things like that because it is just so easy to make. I have already made my sauce pretty much exactly as I would normally make it for now. The only things I haven't added is a beef stock cube, because we have some veggie stock, and this lasagna all-rounder, which it does say on it to just add it to your sauce. So I've made my sauce as I normally would. So I figure we'll try it without. We'll add this in, see if it makes a difference. First things first, my sauce is good. I know my sauce is good. I've spent years perfecting this. It is a good sauce. It does smell very good. It has got paprika, cut red onion, grated tomato, sea salt, garlic, thyme, cut rosemary, crushed chili, rubbed basil, rubbed parsley, and ground mace in it. Wow. 8 teaspoons for a large tray. I'm just gonna wing it. Let that cook for a little while. Has it made a difference? Yeah, actually, it's actually pretty nice. It does bring it up a tiny little notch. I'm not normally one to buy spice mixes and rubs because I have all of those at home and I can make them myself, but it's good to understand and know different flavors and ingredients that you wouldn't necessarily use together or in a certain dish like this to then do. I've then also made my veggie stock using their veggie stock, this vegetable stock without sugar right here, into a bit of boiling water. We are going to pour this in and then let it all come to a boil and reduce, and I'm going to save some of this stock. I think some of the stock is going to be nice to cook with the rice. Now you might be thinking, Sam, what are you going to do with those other 2 drinks that you got? You going to make another jelly out of them? No, got a better idea. The idea includes trying them. A candy can sparkling rocket ice lolly. Go on, smells very sweet. It's nicer than I thought. J2O spritz, fruit blend. It's all very fizzy. It's very watermelony. They might go a little bit of Disaronno. Let's make a cocktail. We'll see what we can make, and once I have the balances right, then I'll make one for Carolina as well. We'll go a little bit of Disaronno. We'll pop in our candy can and top it up with some apple and watermelon J2O. I guess it's just some kind of Disaronno spritz. Bottoms up. Why does that work? Like really well. Oh, that is delicious. A little bit sweet. Could do with maybe a little bit of lemon juice. But other than that, it's a good drink. I've added some lemon juice. That's actually so good. I will be living off these for the rest of the night until I run out of my sparkling ice rocket lolly and my J2O spritz. So I've sort of tried this already from the pan, obviously not all together. And the rice, I cooked that down with a bit of the vegetable stock as well, because I thought maybe that would be nice, and we're combining them together. I appreciate mushroom rice and lasagna, really, really weird thing to have together. The rice is okay actually, and I could have done with it a little bit longer. Very mushroomy, but it's also a little al dente, but not in a bad way. It's quite nice. I like the mushroom in it actually. It is pretty nice, it's good rice. Now let us try the lasagna with the seasoning and of course with everything else. It's nice. You can tell it's a few different flavors to say what I would normally put in there. I think the mace and the sage really do come through here. It's very, very, very nice actually. It's a good extra bit. Actually makes me think I should start adding a few more different seasonings to my lasagna. And just for the sake of science, seeing as it's all here on one plate, let's try some of the rice with some of the lasagna. It works. Continuing my jelly journey, we are going to make some chocolate covered jellies. Chocolate covered prime jellies. You heard that right. We're going to be using the dark chocolate almond Tony's Chocolonely. We're going to melt that down in here. And we are going to be using the Love Cocoa strawberry white one in here. Just tried a piece of this. Honestly, if you ask me, I think the raspberry ruins the chocolate a little bit. But I'm going to melt those down. I understand. It's not proper chocolate tempering. Should we try this one? Wow, that is dark. I know it's not proper chocolate tempering. We're just melting it down and we're repurposing it. It's not necessarily how you do it. It's not going to give a really nice sheen or anything like that. But you know what? It's going to be tasty. It's going to be good. Let's get melty. We have a proper jelly now. And there we go. That is some very set, very wibbly wobbly jelly prime right there. So we should be able to get some decent jelly cubes out of it now, which is what I was going for all along. Well, here we are, wibble wobble yum yum, a little bit of prime jelly. Should we try it? Tastes like blue raspberry jelly, I suppose. Now is the fun bit. We're going to take our jelly cubes, I'm going to try and coat them in the chocolate.
5 minutes later.
We're having a bit of a disaster here, folks. What I didn't know, chocolate ain't sticking to jelly. Look at that. What's going on? I assumed I could coat these in a nice bit of chocolate. It's not doing it. It tastes good with the chocolate. Am I missing something? Okay, apparently there is a way, and that way is cornstarch. So we're gonna try this again.
20 minutes later.
You know what? It doesn't work. You guys know me. I've always been one for being real. I thought I had a really clever idea. Put in jellies in chocolate and it would work. Apparently I could freeze them. That might be another way to do it. I think the failure sticks more and it's a bit more funny. So I've got my prime jelly right here. It's not good, but we do have one thing. Lo and behold, the prime popsicle. But you know what? Also tastes bad. In the end, I did make something nice and coherent looking. It's just not jelly, but we'll try. This is the lemon wafer, melted Tony's chocolonely on top with a drizzle of the white chocolate and the Tony's bits on the top. I wanted to do this exact thing, but with jelly. Clearly not happening. You can all tell me what I did wrong in the comments, but let's go for it. You know what? The lemon actually works really well. I'm actually glad the jelly didn't work out because this is delightful. Really nice. Anyway guys, to the 70% of you that aren't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. It's Christmas. And if you're thinking about buying a Too Good To Go delivery box, maybe think again. It's not worth 20 quid. Certainly not worth 40 quid. Bit of a rip-off, if you ask me. Yeah, I just stick to Too Good To Go bags.